Have you ever found yourself trapped in the relentless storm of your own thoughts, a mind constantly buzzing with worries, anxieties, regrets, and endless plans? Do you yearn for a profound inner stillness, a quiet sanctuary amidst the chaos of your mental landscape, but feel utterly powerless to achieve it? What if the very act of trying to empty your mind, of forcefully battling your thoughts, is precisely what prevents true peace from blossoming? Today, we journey into a profound Buddhist parable that reveals the ultimate secret to mental tranquility. We'll witness a young man, tormented by his restless mind, embark on an arduous quest to find an ancient master. His transformation offers a revolutionary insight. True peace isn't found by erasing thoughts altogether, but by cultivating a deep, spacious awareness that allows them to arise and dissolve naturally, without attachment or resistance. This isn't just a story about ancient wisdom, it's a direct, transformative guide for anyone seeking lasting serenity, profound clarity, and a way to navigate life's inevitable storms with unshakable inner calm. Prepare to discover why emptiness is not absence, but the boundless space for joy. Chapter 1. Hiroshi's Restless Mind, A Search for Inner Stillness. Once upon a time, in a small village nestled deep in the mountains, there lived a young man named Hiroshi. Hiroshi was not known for external conflicts, but for his relentless inner turmoil. He was cursed, it seemed, with a restless mind, a mental space always buzzing with an incessant cacophony of thoughts, worries, anxieties, and unbidden memories. He found it profoundly difficult to find peace within himself. This constant inner turmoil affected every aspect of his life, coloring his perceptions and robbing him of contentment. Hiroshi yearned for a way to empty his mind, to find serenity amidst the chaos of his thoughts, to quiet the relentless mental chatter that plagued him. One day, filled with a desperate hope for relief, Hiroshi heard about a wise old monk who resided in a secluded temple, perched majestically at the very top of a nearby mountain. The monk was renowned throughout the region for his profound wisdom and his extraordinary ability to guide others on their spiritual journeys, helping them navigate the labyrinths of their own minds. Intrigued by the stories he had heard, sensing a potential solution to his suffering, Hiroshi decided to seek out the monk and humbly learn the secret to emptying his mind. The journey to the temple was arduous and treacherous, a physical challenge mirroring his internal struggle. The paths were steep and winding, seemingly going on forever, testing his resolve. Hiroshi's determination, however, fueled by his deep longing for inner peace, propelled him forward, one step at a time, overcoming fatigue and doubt. After days of arduous travel, pushing his body to its limits, he finally reached the remote temple, where he was greeted by the serene, almost luminous, presence of the old monk. Hiroshi, exhausted but resolute, bowed respectfully to the monk. "Respected master," he began, his voice filled with earnest sincerity, "I have come seeking your profound guidance. My mind is endlessly restless, filled with noise. I wish to empty my mind and find peace within myself. Can you teach me, master, the secret to this stillness?" The old monk smiled knowingly, his eyes reflecting immense compassion and understanding. He gestured for Hiroshi to sit beside him, acknowledging his earnestness. "Emptying the mind is not a task to be accomplished with force or haste," he said gently, his voice calm and clear. "It is a gradual process, like the slow unfolding of a flower, that requires immense patience, diligent discipline, and profound self-reflection. Are you willing to embark on this journey, my young friend?" Hiroshi nodded eagerly, his heart filled with a renewed sense of hope, ready to begin his transformation. Buddhist insight. This opening establishes Hiroshi's dukkha, suffering, stemming from his restless mind, which is a direct result of avidya, ignorance, about its true nature, and tanha, craving for stillness without understanding the process. His yearning to empty his mind is a common misconception, often leading to forceful suppression. The arduous journey symbolizes virya, right effort. The monk's initial questions and gentle guidance highlight that the path to peace is gradual and requires commitment, not a quick fix. This sets the stage for a teaching on how to manage thoughts, rather than eliminate them. Chapter 2. The Art of Mindfulness, Observing the Stream of Thoughts. And so, under the gentle yet profound guidance of the old monk, Hiroshi began his transformative training. The very first lesson the monk taught Hiroshi was the art of mindfulness, sati. He instructed Hiroshi to sit quietly by a flowing stream, its water ceaselessly moving, and simply observe the water without judgment or analysis. Just watch the water, my friend, the monk would say. Don't try to change it. Don't try to stop it. Just observe its flow. At first, Hiroshi found it incredibly difficult to keep his mind from wandering. It would constantly stray, caught up in the usual cacophony of worries, memories, and future plans, just as it had been before. But with diligent, consistent practice, gently bringing his attention back to the stream each time it wandered, he began to notice the intricate patterns of the water, the way it flowed effortlessly over rocks, around obstacles, and through crevices. He observed its constant movement, yet its underlying calm. As Hiroshi deepened his practice of mindfulness, applying it not just to the stream but to his own inner landscape, he realized a profound truth. The thoughts in his mind were precisely like the rushing currents of the stream. They came and went, sometimes gentle and calm, other times turbulent and chaotic. Mirroring the external world, he learned to simply observe his thoughts without getting caught up in them, without judgment, without engaging in their narratives. He practiced allowing them to pass through his awareness, like leaves effortlessly floating down the stream, seen but not grasped. This was his first step towards detachment. Buddhist insight. This section introduces mindfulness, sati, as the foundational practice. The stream metaphor is classic, representing the flow of thoughts. The instruction to observe without judgment or analysis is crucial, countering the man's initial tendency to fight his thoughts. This practice allows him to create space between himself and his thoughts, leading to the realization that he is not his thoughts, anatta. Learning to observe thoughts without getting caught up in them directly addresses tanha, craving, clinging to thoughts, and dosa, aversion to them. This is the essence of vipassana, insight meditation, seeing thoughts as impermanent phenomena. Chapter 3. The Art of Letting Go, Embracing Impermanence in Action. The second profound lesson the old monk taught Hiroshi was the art of letting go, viraga, a principle deeply intertwined with understanding impermanence. They climbed to the top of the mountain, a place of immense perspective, where the monk led Hiroshi to a beautiful garden filled with vibrant flowers and lush greenery. In the center of the garden stood a magnificent cherry blossom tree, its delicate branches swaying gently in the breeze, releasing its petals. Observe the tree, my friend, the monk instructed Hiroshi. Notice how it stands tall and proud, yet it remains perfectly flexible, bending gracefully with the wind, never resisting. Learn from the tree and practice the art of letting go. Hiroshi watched as the cherry blossom tree gracefully surrendered its blossoms to the wind, releasing them one by one, without resistance, without attachment. He realized that holding on to thoughts, to attachments, to expectations, only caused immense suffering, dukkha, and prevented him from finding true inner peace. With each falling blossom, Hiroshi felt a palpable sense of release, as if a profound weight had been lifted from his shoulders, freeing his spirit. As Hiroshi continued his training, diligently practicing mindfulness and letting go, he encountered many challenges along the way. Sometimes, his mind would become overwhelmed with worries and fears, a resurgence of his old patterns. But the old monk always offered gentle guidance, reminding him to return to the present moment, to the practice of observation. One day, as Hiroshi sat in meditation, a powerful storm swept through the mountains. Thunder rolled ominously, lightning flashed, and the rain poured down relentlessly. Mirroring the turbulence of an agitated mind, Hiroshi felt a surge of panic rise within him, his mind becoming a whirlwind of primal fear and anxiety. Utterly overwhelmed by the external chaos, he rushed to the old monk, seeking solace and guidance. His inner peace shattered, the old monk welcomed Hiroshi with a calm, unwavering smile, completely unfazed by the storm raging outside. He motioned for Hiroshi to join him in the meditation hall and instructed him to sit in stillness, embracing the chaos around them, yet remaining undisturbed within. As Hiroshi closed his eyes and focused on his breath, the old monk began to speak softly, his words carrying the weight of profound wisdom. Embrace the storm within you, just as nature embraces the storms that pass through. Observe the tempest of thoughts and emotions without resistance. Without judgment, allow them to arise and subside. Like the passing storm, do not fight them, do not cling to them. Hiroshi slowly took in the monk's words, a profound realization dawning upon him. He understood that the true key to emptying his mind was not to suppress or escape his thoughts and emotions, but to acknowledge and accept them fully. Without judgment, he realized that true peace could only be found by being present, by being the calm center, even in the midst of the storms within and without. Buddhist insight. This section builds on mindfulness by introducing the crucial principle of letting go, viraga, and embracing anicca, impermanence. The cherry blossom tree metaphor highlights non-clinging to what is beautiful but temporary. The storm tests Hiroshi's practice and introduces the idea of embracing internal and external chaos with equanimity, upekkha. Rather than fighting it, the monk's guidance for Hiroshi to observe the tempest without resistance directly addresses the second arrow of suffering, showing that resistance to painful or difficult experiences amplifies them. This is a practical step towards nirodha, cessation of suffering, through non-clinging. Chapter 4. The Fruits of Emptiness, a Life of Spacious Tranquility. Days turned into weeks, and weeks into months. As Hiroshi diligently practiced the profound teachings of the old monk, he found solace and deep meaning in the simplicity of each passing moment. In the subtle beauty of a blooming flower, the gentle whispers of the wind, and the profound stillness of his own breath. With consistent effort and unwavering commitment, Hiroshi's mind became more spacious, more tranquil, and remarkably clear. The constant chatter of worries and doubts gradually diminished, replaced by a deep sense of inner calm, a pervasive peace that permeated his being. He no longer identified himself with his thoughts, recognizing them as fleeting phenomena that simply came and went, observed but not owned. One day, as Hiroshi sat in deep meditation, his mind clear and his heart light, the old monk approached him with a serene smile. "Hiroshi," the old monk said, his voice filled with profound wisdom, "you have come a long way on your journey. But remember, the true essence of emptying the mind lies not in the absence of thoughts, but in the awareness that is beyond them. It is in the stillness that lies beneath the turbulence, the boundless space that holds all experiences." Hiroshi nodded, his eyes filled with gratitude and profound understanding. He had learned that emptying the mind did not mean erasing thoughts altogether, or violently suppressing them. Instead, it meant cultivating a deep, spacious presence and an expansive awareness that allowed thoughts to arise and dissolve naturally, effortlessly, without attachment or resistance. It was about becoming the vast sky, allowing thoughts to be like clouds passing through, without clinging to them or being carried away. As Hiroshi bid farewell to the old monk and began his descent from the mountain, he carried within him not just memories, but the profound wisdom and transformative practice he had gained. He knew that the path of emptying the mind was not a finite destination, but a beautiful, continuous dance with life itself, a dance of surrender, acceptance, and profound inner peace. Returning to his village, Hiroshi became a beacon of inspiration for others who sought inner peace and clarity. He shared the profound teachings of mindfulness, the liberating art of letting go, and the wisdom of embracing the storms within, gently guiding them on their own paths of self-discovery. Years passed, and Hiroshi's name spread far and wide. People from distant lands sought his guidance, and he humbly shared his wisdom, always reminding them that the true power lay not in external teachings, but within themselves, in their own ability to cultivate a spacious mind. In the twilight of his life, as Hiroshi sat peacefully beneath the cherry blossom tree, its branches swaying gently, he reflected on his extraordinary journey. He realized that the key to emptying the mind was not found solely in the teachings of the old monk, but fundamentally in his own unwavering commitment and willingness to diligently explore the depths of his being, to face his inner self with courage and patience. With a serene smile, Hiroshi closed his eyes, feeling the gentle caress of the wind and the blossoms falling around him. In that moment, he knew that the journey to empty the mind was a continuous dance with life itself, a dance of surrender, acceptance, and profound inner peace. And so, the story of Hiroshi, the restless young man who became a beacon of serenity, spread throughout the world, reminding all who heard it that within the depths of their own minds, They too possessed the boundless power to empty their thoughts and discover the boundless peace that resided within. Buddhist insight. This culmination highlights the success of Hiroshi's practice, leading to a spacious and tranquil mind, the fruits of samatha and vipassana. The monk's final teaching reinforces that emptiness is awareness beyond thoughts, not absence. Hiroshi's return to the world as an inspiration and teacher exemplifies right livelihood, samma jiva, and karuna, compassion, in action. His final reflection emphasizes self-reliance, own unwavering commitment, and the continuous nature of the path. Even in death, the cherry blossom tree reappears as a symbol of anicca and graceful acceptance, bringing the story full circle. Conclusion. The unbounded space, cultivating your inner sanctuary. The timeless parable of Hiroshi and the wisdom of the old monk offers us a revolutionary understanding of true mental peace and liberation. It challenges our conditioned belief that battling thoughts or fleeing from inner turmoil is the path to serenity. Instead, it reveals that the profound peace we yearn for blossoms when we learn to cultivate a spacious awareness, allowing thoughts and emotions to arise and dissolve naturally, without attachment or resistance. Key learnings for your personal Buddha story. Emptying the mind is not erasing thoughts. The goal is not to eliminate thoughts, but to cultivate a deep, spacious awareness that is not disturbed by their presence. Thoughts are like clouds. You are the sky. Application. When your mind is busy, don't fight the thoughts. Simply observe them without judgment. Acknowledge them, thinking, worrying, and gently return your attention to your breath or body sensations. Mindfulness, sati, is the foundation. Observing your thoughts and emotions without getting caught up in their narratives is the essential first step. This practice creates distance and prevents suffering. Application. Integrate short periods of mindful awareness into your daily routine. Observe the simple act of breathing, the sensations of walking, or the taste of your food. This strengthens your capacity for non-judgmental observation. The art of letting go, viraga, and embracing impermanence, anicca, clinging to thoughts, emotions, or desired outcomes only causes suffering. Accepting that all phenomena are transient frees the mind. Application. When you find yourself clinging to a thought, a feeling, or a past event, gently remind yourself of its impermanent nature. Consciously practice releasing your mental grip, like the cherry blossom tree releasing its petals. Embrace the storm within. Equanimity, upekkha. True peace is not the absence of internal or external challenges, but the ability to remain calm and undisturbed in their midst. Application. When strong emotions like fear or anger arise, don't suppress them or act on them impulsively. Instead, observe them with calm awareness, allowing them to arise and subside naturally, like a storm passing through the mountains. Patience and discipline lead to effortless calm. Samatha, emptiness of mind, is a gradual process cultivated through consistent practice and inner discipline, not forced effort. Application. Commit to a regular meditation practice, even if it's just a few minutes a day. Be patient with yourself. Consistency, not intensity, is the key to gradually cultivating profound inner stillness and clarity. The Buddha's profound wisdom, beautifully illuminated by this parable, invites us to cultivate a mind that is spacious, resilient, and profoundly at peace. By learning to observe without judgment, to let go without resistance, and to embrace all of life with an open heart, we can discover the boundless serenity that resides within us, waiting to be unveiled. This is the essence of your authentic Buddha story. Thank you for watching, and may you always carry the profound peace and illuminating wisdom of these stories within your heart. Join our growing community by liking this video and subscribing to Buddha Story, where ancient wisdom beautifully meets modern mindfulness. What storm in your own mind will you choose to embrace with stillness and awareness this week? Share your reflections and experiences in the comments below. Until our next encounter, may your path be filled with profound peace, deep understanding, and the radiant light of your own awakening.